And welcome to episode number 3 of our Zero Overall franchise here with the White Sox. We're going to go over Season 5 and Season 6 here with the White Sox as a Zero Overall team. If you guys did miss the last couple episodes, there should be a thing in the top right-hand corner saying the playlist of our 2 episodes so far. Episode 1 was just going over everything as well as going over the first draft along with the first offseason. Last episode, we went through 3 seasons, and now this episode will go through 2 seasons. And then after that, we are pretty good. But right now, we are just before the trade deadline, which we need to make our trade. We haven't made our trade yet. And I don't know who to make the trade to trade who. I mean, Salmons could be an option. He's played with us 3 seasons. He's actually pretty decent this year, but I don't know what we would get for him. We're not trading away any of our players there. Apparently, we lost one of our catching prospects. I don't know how, but we did. That's really weird. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe that's why I can't trade him. But maybe Xavier Isaac, who's actually done pretty well, 74 overall. Maybe. Could be Dubon. 72 overall. Somewhat pretty decent. And our 2 right fielders of low overalls. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to trade our starting pitcher of either Salmons or Sandoval. Sandoval, is still, he was a first-round draft pick in 2026. I think he needs to stay, especially as a B potential. He's already an 86, which is very, very good. But I think we're going to trade away Salmons and just see what we get prospect-wise. See if there's anyone that want to give us a B. The Yankees do. The Tigers give up a catching prospect. The Royals give up a left fielder. The Astros give up another. This actually might not be bad. The Astros are so far in the lead from what they give up. The Marlins are giving up a decent piece. Second baseman from the Phillies might be an option too. But I think unless someone else gives up like 3 prospects to have a couple Bs and an A potential, maybe the Giants, but another closer I really don't need. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the Astros offer of I almost called him Bud Harmon, right fielder, A potential, 55 overall, and Moses McDonough? That's a weird last name. We're going to call him Moses. How about that? B potential, 54 overall. And we are going to go ahead and get 2 more players added on to this prospect lineup. So we do need to call up a pitcher, which we might as well just call up Escalera. He needs to be on the 40-man. I think I have someone on the 40-man already. I think it's Phillips. Yeah, Phillips can... Nope, Phillips is not on the 40-man. Who's on the 40-man that can come up? Is there anyone on the 40-man that can come up here? All right, let's just go to the 40-man. I guess I could just... Nope, that's not so. That's changing leagues. Who is the starting pitch? Do I have anyone left on the 40? No, there's no one left on the 40-man. Come up. Maybe we're just going to settle with 25 on the roster for a little bit. We do have to change the pitching rotation. We'll just go McLean. Bang. There we go. Sure. Why not? Well, we have 94 players. We do have to cut someone. I think it's going to be one of our catching prospects. Hey, we did lose him. What happened? Oh, no, we lost one of our catching prospects. I know we traded for one. We just not re-sign him a random year? I guess we didn't. Huh, so we do need a catcher now going forward. I may just be misremembering. I don't know. But we obviously went through the trade deadline. There was no big deals this year. We've already signed all of our prospects, and the Astros claimed one of our players. But now we can view our draft picks. We're obviously going to go... Oh, wow, that was a terrible pick late in the year, or late in the draft. 63 potential. Yikes. Anyways, let's go through each one before we go through over ours. Ed Matthews, 89 potential, nice little closer. Royals got a reliever at 90 overall. We were actually looking at this guy. He was our number 1 player, and he's an 82 potential, which is not great. So I'm happy we passed on him. We do have a 93 for a closer. A lot of closing pitchers with high potential so far. Another closer at 95 potential. So I think I missed a team. Yeah, the Rangers didn't have anybody. Braves didn't really have anybody. 86 isn't really, I mean, it's good, but, okay, here we go. 2 94-plus potentials, and both of them catchers for the Mets. So they did pretty well, though 51 and 56. So they have another closer with a potential. Anyone else have any big potentials? 95 for a first baseman, Chris Ponce. We did not have a 99 overall potential in this draft, so second baseman was good. Mauricio here, 95 potential. We were looking at him too, but we passed on him, and I should have went with him because he's a 95 potential. 89, 80. Okay. Oh, we do have a 99 potential. All right. Garcia for the Diamondbacks was a 99 potential. I thought we didn't have one. I guess we do. A little late round gem there. 2 starting pitchers for the Rockies with a potential. They won't do anything in Colorado. Sorry, Rockies fans, but starting pitcher for the Giants at 90 potential. 86 for the Orioles, 90 reliever, 90 for the starter, and then the Rays had a pretty decent draft, a 92 catcher, and 90 another catcher. Really good draft for catchers. But we went ahead and picked up Calvin McMahon, 90 potential, 64 overall left fielder. He can also play catcher. That's good to know. That's very good to know since he can play catcher. Our second round draft pick, we went Aparicio, 82 potential, 63 overall. Just needs to work on that hits per 9. We also went with 4 other starters. We also went with Ybarra, who is actually decent stamina, but terrible hits per 9. Leon, 56 overall, 79 potential. 4th round draft pick. Decent, overall there. We also did get a 98 potential Saldana in the 5th round, 71 stamina, 38 hits per 9, and then our catcher was just a shot in the dark. The only bad thing is he's, for Saldana, he is 22 at 98 potential, and he's a 53 overall, so he's got to work and to try to get up that 98 potential. He's not going to have as much time as some other guys to get there, but let's go ahead, see what our record is going to be at the end of the season. We'll also go over stats for the guys in the minor leagues as well, just to see how everyone did and what overalls we have going into the season for next year. We have 40 on our 40-man. We can just let someone go. It don't matter to me. We will stop once we get the posts or the playoffs are done, because we will need to look at our guys in the playoffs or in AAA and everything. Maloney went up to a 70 overall. Phelps is up to a 68. Albert's up to a 65. Nothing else really to show here other than John Peck maybe. Actually went up good hits per 9. Ks per 9 went up by 6. That's actually pretty decent. Relievers, we don't really have many. I think it's just these guys, Patino, Ferguson, and Kopech. Here with us, he's back on the White Sox, which is kind of funny. Morgan is now up in the major leagues. He pitched 11 games this year, 61 hits per 9. Doesn't have the greatest stamina, but he will be our pitcher or closer for our year, for more often than not. Espinosa's up to an 85. He will be starting next season. Can't really hit lefties, but man, when he gets a righty, pretty good. -5 steal. He's not very fast. But Xavier Isaac did pretty well for us this year. 252. He can't play any secondary, but he can be a DH. Whoops, I went over to the next player, next team. Butterworth's up to a 67. I mean, pretty decent all the way around. Keenan up to a 75. He'll probably start with us. Granger will probably be another year or so in AAA. And Moses was down in single A the whole time. He can move up into double A, I guess, now, from now on. Our 2 left fielders, 68 and 59. We still got room to work with them. Dubon's up to a 73. I think he's got another year left on his deal. And Velasquez is a 67. +7 to his contact versus left and +8 to power versus left. That's a good little upgrade. Bud Harmon will move also up to AA, even though it's too late now. Ibanez up to a 54, and Chacin is up to a 60 overall player. So 219. Went up +8 power versus left. That's pretty decent. So, yeah, I guess now we just go ahead and see how many wins we're going to have. We're going to have 27. So, hey, we're moving on up in the world. We're going to go ahead and sim the playoffs, and the Diamondbacks defeated the Twins in the playoffs. Detroit was the 1 seed. Texas was 2. Baltimore 3. Minnesota 4. New York 5. And Seattle 6 on the American League side. And, yeah, as you can see, the NL side. The Dodgers, again, get the 1, but don't make it to the World Series. So, and it was Game 7. So let's go ahead and head into the off season. Again, since we didn't really win much, we lost 3 players, but they're all starters. We just pretty much replaced them either way, and those are the guys we signed just to kind of fill space. Jose Altuve and Nolan Arenado make the Hall of Fame. And we don't have any free agents. Pablo Lopez gets traded to the Marlins for Tanner Houck and Otto Lopez. All right. We are going to stop simulating there because now we can check our free agency. We'll do this first. We'll just go all free agents. And I totally didn't realize that I could actually do this until now. I can actually go through each one. It's fine. I'm only an idiot on the inside. I'm only an idiot on the inside. It's fine. See, I can't even talk correctly. So we can only sign anyone under 60 overall. So we're going to have to find someone that can be that. I'm thinking of getting a catcher because we do need one. We could bring out 38-year-old JT Realmuto. This guy's not too bad. See potential, 6'7" overall. He was drafted in 2026. It'll be better than what we have now. So we're going to go ahead and give him an offer. He already signs, so we already have him. I will go ahead and do all the contracts now so you guys don't have to watch me do this painful process. So I'll be back in just a second. So I got all that done. So let's just see how many people are going to sign at contracts. I kind of like going through this. Like Kate Smith is going to the Dodgers. Spencer Strider is going to the Mariners. We already have our 40-man figured out. We have 39, so we have enough for a Rule 5 pick. Evan Carter goes to the Tigers. The Dodgers is in a trade. Brendan Donovan, who's a left fielder, 83 overall. For Castro and Ibanez. Would give up one of our main right fielders. We'll go ahead and decline that. I think it's like... Because didn't we have 2 right fielders? There's no way these guys are retiring. I'm so confused. Unless they're arbitration, but no, they're not in arbitration. What happened to them? I swear that half the time they're just disappearing. Jackson Merrill goes to the Astros. The Reds are interested in a trade. Getting his name is spelled wrong. Oh no, this is actually a person. Brady Slinger. There's Brady Singer. What happened to him? Is he not on? He's not on the Reds anymore. I was thinking, oh, it's Brady Singer, but they misspelled his name. I was totally wrong. Also get Antonio Velasquez. Antonio Velasquez. Yeah, we're not doing that. I mean, we don't have anyone to. Don't have any contracts to tender. I've also went through this. There's no offers. There's nothing. And I really think it's just disappearing players. I don't know what's happening. Wyatt Langford is now a Ranger, or I guess he went back to the Rangers. Mariners is in a trade. Kyle Wright apparently went to the Mariners at some point in the year. We're not trading him for Morgan though. Jared Jones goes to the Braves, and we get our draft lottery again. We're going to be hoping for the first overall pick, but I'm highly expecting that not to happen. And the answer to that is we are going to get the first overall pick. The Rays jump up to number 2. I kind of wish there's like a little thing that popped up other than it's like, oh yeah, draft lottery. I was kind of hoping there'd be like, yeah, this person, and then it kind of slowly goes away with like the logos. That'd be kind of cool for next year. But Rule 5 draft, here we go. Obviously, that happens. We could take up Quinn Matthews, who's an 81 overall starting pitcher. This would immediately help us out. Gonsolin would be another decent option for another reliever. Or do we go bat? Because, yeah, we have a couple shortstops. But apparently we only have one right fielder. I don't know what happened to the other one. I feel like we had 2. I could be wrong. I could just be remembering stuff that never happened. I think we're going to take the starting pitcher, Quinn Matthews. I think this is just a slam dunk for us. Yeah, we're taking him. I mean, yeah, we have a bunch of starting pitchers right now, but we can trade them. We can trade them. It's fine. Maybe it's cutting players that I don't want to be cut. That could be it, though. We don't need to offer any contracts. Mason Miller goes to the Dodgers. Actually, he might need a contract. He does need a contract. 5 years, $10 million. He does have arbitration offered already, so that's great. Chris Clements gets traded to the Dodgers for Riley Green and Camilo Doval. Okay. I accidentally did not mean to do that, but sure. I pressed stop rather than that. Paul Skeens is now a Brave. Anyone else? Ellie De La Cruz is a Twin. People are getting diamonds over on Diamond Dynasty. Hunter Green is now a Red Sox. Anybody else wanting to sign here late? I don't think so. I think we got most of the guys signed. Random, cool, that's fine. I don't think we have any. We do not. And now we are into Season 6 now, because last episode was 2 through 4. This will be 5 and 6. So right now, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and sim to the regular season, where we have the Angels on opening day. Espinoza will be up here. I think I need to remove someone on the 40-man. You're in the MLB. We're just going to go ahead and release you. And we're going to go ahead and pick up Espinoza. He will be starting now. He's in 85 overall. Again, 99 potential. He's going to be good. Xavier Isaac hopefully will be playing DH, or maybe he will be playing first. Espinoza is more of a decent bat compared to a glove, so he will probably play that. Short to third will be Butterworth. I'm also going to call up Keenan. I think that would be a good option, but I'm going to do that all later. So, yeah, we're going to... I don't know why you're down AAA. You need to be up. So Sandoval, Matthews, Broadway, Baez is down in AA for some reason. Castro, Escalera, and Sanchez up in the major leagues. So we got that going for us. Relievers, we still have the 3, Patino, Ferguson, and Kopech. That's why we have 6. Apparently we have 5. Oh, yeah, it's with the guys that are like deep potentials I assigned to fill out the roster. Morgan will also be up here as well. And then, yeah, we'll get through that here in just a second for everybody. But I think that's going to do it for Season 5, and I'll see everyone just before the deadline at Season 6 here with us, your overall team. And now halfway through Season 6, where we actually have 30 wins. So if we can just win 30 more games, we can finally get players above a 70 overall. So that is the good news, but unfortunately, we are 30 and 77, still dead last in the AL Central. So we still need to make our trade. Let's go ahead and make our trade right now. I think we are going to trade Quinn Matthews. We could trade Matthew Sandoval. I mean, He's been very, very good for us in his 4 years so far with the team. And he was a first-round draft pick in 2026. But I think Quinn Matthews first, and then actually, I mean, he's making $23 million. What would we get from him? We would get a lot from him, I think. Ray's given us multiple big prospects. Same thing with the Astros, giving us an 80 overall starting pitcher. A's given us a center fielder that's an A, as well as a closer. It might actually be Sandoval that gets traded this season. Nationals giving us 2 A potential players. That's kind of insane. Cardinals giving us a good haul. I kind of wish there was more of a 3 players involved in a trade, but oh well. Oh, man, this one's tough because the Nationals give us 2 as a starting pitcher and a right fielder who we also need. But we could also grab the Cardinals offer. No, wait, no. Who was the other offer? That was a good one. I mean, the Rockies give us an A starter. What was the other one? It was the Astros. Second baseman, starting pitcher. That was an 80 overall. The A's give us... Honestly, the A's might give us the best offer here. B potentials closer. I think it has to be the Nationals. I think the Nationals give us 2 A potentials. Starting pitcher, we get rid of a guy who's been with us for 4 years, but we get an A potential. Yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna pick up Ken Caminetti from the Nationals, a starting pitcher, 79 overall, along with a right fielder that's 72 overall as an A potential as well for Matthew Sandoval, B potential 87. So, I mean, that's gonna be good for now. We also save up a lot of money, and we're good on things. So we actually have a right fielder now with Espinoza. He needs to be moving up into the AAA. Immediately. The starter that we just got as well, I think he's probably going to be in single A for some reason. No, I don't know where he is. He's a 70. No, he's in the majors. So that takes his spot pretty much in the major league. So that'd be nice. We do need to send someone down in AAA. We have... Who can be sent down in AAA? I think I called up an outfielder so this guy can go down. We need single A. There we go. All right, so that's the trade. Auto fix the rotation. Yep, there's the Matthew Sandoval trade that we just did. I mean, 4-13, but with 3.51 ERA. And of course, we do have one more draft pick to sign, so hopefully he can accept 61%. He does not. So we don't sign our 3rd round draft pick, which is not very good. But we'll see how it goes here, because now we can view it. And we unfortunately probably was about to be like an 80 overall. That would have been good, but unfortunately we don't get that. Let's check out, I mean, this guy, closer and pitcher, didn't get signed, was a really good closer, looked like. 92 potential for Barry Thompson as a Tiger. Royals got a center fielder at 92 potential. Anyone else with a big potential-wise? 92 for a shortstop. 89 for Ben Urban, but they didn't really sign anybody. Wall gets 92. We have a reliever at 93 and another at 89. Good job for the Astros. I was about to say for the Astros, but that's not the Astros. It's the Marlins with some decent relievers. The Cubs with a 95 third baseman as well as a 90 catcher. Grambling, 91 potential for the Reds. Anybody else? Tommy Hunter. 92 for a second baseman for the Dodgers. 93 for a catcher for the Orioles. Bankston, 93 as well for the Rays. But then, yeah. Connie Finnegan, 93 potential, 73 overall. Decent contact, not much power, but can play defense and can play a lot of places. Short, second, third, any of the outfield spots. That's why I mostly picked him. There was someone else. I can't remember where he went. But it was a second baseman. I think I can look it up real quick. I totally forgot that, but it might have been, yeah, it was Baez. Same type of player could only play the infield spots, so we ended up probably going with the better option. We also picked up Calderon. I'm going to go with that. 89 potential. Does need some help, though. 54 overall. Decent stamina, but needs to work on those per nines. We did not sign Vargas, who was our third-round draft pick. We did sign Moore, who is an 88 reliever. We also signed Manny Ramirez, the starter. 79 potential, so not great. And then we picked up a third baseman with 63 potential. So definitely need some work later on in the draft to figure out who is better and where. But all in all, a decent pickup for most players. So, I mean, right now, Espinosa's been good. We actually have a right fielder now with Espinosa and Ibanez. And right and left, we still need some help. We have another shortstop coming in. Keenan, 182 average in his rookie season is not great, but Butterworth is playing decent third at 204. Granted, these guys are not going to have great averages. Isaac and Espinoza are really good. 279 and 265, both have 15-plus bombs, so that's good. Daisuke? No, that's not Daisuke. I'm not even trying to pronounce this guy. We'll call him Mats. 69 overall. I mean, 172 so far. Morgan's 468. I think we might. There is like a prospect. Yeah, PPI list. Espinoza, I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. He could. Escalera could as well. Sanchez, no. Keenan, no. Morgan, no. And Broadway, no. So we got a couple guys that could get some stuff that we could get an extra pick, but I don't think we're getting anywhere close to being that anyways. So, but let's go ahead and see if we can win 30 games, and it's not looking likely. We actually have done pretty well this season. We're about to hit 40 wins. If we can just win 3 games. Just give me 3 games. There's 3. We have won 40 games. We're still not going to be able to sign a good free agent, but we won 40 games. And I think Espinoza is, I mean, he was the all-star, is the reason why. That's recent games. I need stats. What is WAR? 0.9. How does he only have 0.9 WAR? I mean, he's playing mostly DH. 27 home runs, 70 RBIs. So, you never know. But, I mean, I think, what month was it? I think it was like May. Yeah, May. We had a 4-game win streak. And then we lost 1 and 2, won 2 more. So we actually are winning games. We won 3 games here in April. We won, again, those 6 out of the last 7. And then we kind of had a terrible June. But, I mean, July we won 4 in a row. And then we won another and another. And then one late. We won 4 here in August. 3 or 4 out of the last 5. We're winning games. And, of course, then we go 0-6 to end the year. We do have an award. We did get Rookie of the Year, so that's actually huge. That is huge. I also totally forgot to look at the MVPs, but here's like a couple for the last 3 years. Devers, Acuna, Ohtani, of course, is the MVP on the other side. Cy Young is Skubal, but in the last couple years. But yeah, Rookie of the Year, Carmen Espinoza. Bazzano won for the Guardians. Jonathan India, Gold Glove for the Royals at 3rd. I don't think we got anything. Nothing for Silver Slugger, I don't think, because it would have said something. So, yeah. But, you know, that's somewhat pretty decent. So, that's actually pretty big that we did get the stuff for him, because that's another pick in the draft at the end of the first round. So let's go ahead and simulate the offseason. The Brewers defeat the Tigers in the World Series. So congrats to the Brewers winning 4-1 over Detroit. They end up beating Philly and St. Louis. Detroit end up beating Tampa and the Yankees to win it all. In Season 6 so far in our little simulation, we do need a new farm director. We didn't have anyone retire. Machado and Freeman both make the Hall of Fame. But we do have a couple of free agents that we need to sign. So Dubon is going to get a 1-year 3.6. Patino is going to get a 1-year 1.2. And Ferguson is going to get a 1-year 2.7. I think that's what we're going to do. There's no one else. I just want to make sure we actually have like 2 right fielders. We do. 1 center fielder, 2 left. Now we have multiple shortstops, which is going to be good. So, like, we have people. Edward Cabrera gets traded from the Angels to the A's for Santander. Didn't know he was on that. Mason Wynn gets traded. There's been a lot of trades so far early on. Okay, we've signed everybody so far. Qualifying offers, we don't need to, so... Today, okay, yeah, we'd like to stop simulating today. Man, Roki Sasaki became a free agent. Why couldn't we win 60 games? I'm going to go ahead and, again, do all the arbitration and everything. Again, I just want to... Yeah, we just lost a random right fielder. Like, we just landed... what is happening with this? Unless he's in the contracts. Nope. He's not. Maybe he's in arbitration? Nope. What is happening? I don't know. We lost another right fielder randomly. Can I look at, like, the free agency and go right fielders? There's a Akil Baddoo. Yeah, there's random. He had to be here, right? He's an A potential. There's Harmon. Is it this guy that we signed? No, there's no way. Man, Adolis Garcia's all the way down there. There's Trout, too. It's kind of crazy. Maybe he's not here. What happened? I don't know. I'll go through it here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead, sign the contracts, and I'll be back in just a second. And this is the person I found that we are going to pick up. We're going to pick up Jefferson Valadares. I think I'm saying that right. Valadares. He is only 28. Deep potential, though. But can play a lot of plays. He can play third. Whoops. I accidentally went all the way out. So now I got to find him again. At least I know it's a third baseman. There he is. He can play third, catcher, first, and left. So we will sign him and move on to a little bit. So we're going to go ahead, advance till next week. Corbin Carroll gets traded to the Brewers. Yeah, that will happen. I think... Oh, yeah, we only have one person left, and I don't think we have released anybody because this is already on our roster. Yep, we're at 92, so we can still... Do we have a full 40-man? We do have a full 40-man. I think we're going to go ahead and release a couple of them here. And just so that we have enough for this Rule 5 draft coming up. Sasaki goes back to the Dodgers. That wasn't the big one. Caminario is going to the Twins. Yuri Perez is going to the Dodgers. Man, the Dodgers are paying for everybody. PCA going to the Phillies. I was looking for the word there. Arbitration. Do we have everyone signed? We do have everyone signed, so we're good there. Don't really need to worry about that. Dylan Cruz is now a Ranger. Lodolo's a Yankee. Wood is a A. We're about to have the winter meetings. Corbin Burns is a Yankee. Fernando Tatis Jr. has been traded to the Reds. Grayson Rodriguez is a Twin. Estrada is a Marlin. And, of course, draft lottery, we're still picking number 1, but, hey, we're only 24 wins away from all that stuff, so there's that. Never know what can happen. We're picking number 1 again. Braves moved up 8 spots to number 3. And now let's go ahead, well, other than Jason Dominguez stopping us from trying to go to the Rule 5 draft. So who is available in the Rule 5? Don't really need another starter. We could use a reliever because we only have 3. We could pick up Kyle Hurt. I guess we have 4 technically with our closer. So there is that. We could pick up a second baseman. We now have 2 third basemen. Didn't I just sign that one guy? What happened to him? Is he gone? I'm so confused, man. It's just releasing people at this point. I'll have to figure out what happened. We're going to... like, he's just gone. I'm pretty sure he's a third baseman. I don't know at this point. We're going to go ahead and pick up that reliever of Kyle Hurt. Hopefully he doesn't hurt us. I'm sorry. In the next couple seasons. We're going to, again, only pick up 1 player in the Rule 5. And now I got to figure out what happened to him. Completed. White Sox. Re-signed Lopez. Yeah, we signed Valadares to a 1-year, $80K contract. Well, where is he? He's here. Okay, he is here. He'll be on the 40-man. Just, I don't know what's going on. Everything is burning around. Let's move ahead. I think Ketel Marte got signed. The Orioles are interested in a trade. Would pick up Doug Barr. Yeah, no. Not gonna happen. I mean, we could make our trade now since it is a new season. If there was a trade that would be good for us. Jackson Holiday is now a Philly. So that, I mean, there's been a ton of trades and random free agents going off. So there is that. I think we do need to sign one of our coaches here after this. Mike Gordon. I don't even know who that is. Probably one of just the... All right, yep. All right, so now we go to coaches. Coach contracts. We go down to farm director. This guy has all pluses, and he's an A attribute grade. And he will sign immediately. All right, so that's going to do it for the episode here. We definitely made some improvements. Carmen Espinoza did win Rookie of the Year, so we will have an extra pick in next year's draft, which will be very, very helpful. Quinn Matthews is now our main starter, our number 1 guy. Kim and Eddie is probably going to take over for him after this year. Broadway will be right behind him. Escalera will be good. Baez, Sanchez, and hopefully these guys will be up here in just a little bit. Kyle Hurt is now our Rule 5, along with Michael Kopech, Caleb Ferguson, and Luis Patino, all being our relievers, along with Emerson Morgan. We still have Matz here, 70 overall. Espinoza is now up to an 87. Isaac's an 80, which is very, very nice. He was also Rookie of the Year in 2026. Did not know that. I don't think we got a pick for him, though. He was not, because he's been on the Rays. Yeah, he was on the Rays. I think we traded for him. Or we got him in free agency. I can't remember. No, we didn't get him free agency. Finnegan will be in AAA to start the year, with Granger helping him out. Outfield is still mostly the same. Espinoza will probably be up here soonish, rather than later, just because we're going to need another bat out in the outfield, because De La Rosa, you know what? Can I add him to the 40-man? I don't. I have a full 40-man. Anyways, that's going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. I know it's a little shorter of a video than last episode, but last episode was 3 seasons. This one is 2. So, yeah, I'm a little bit quicker of an episode. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see everyone back on Friday for another winning a national championship with every team. Until that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And this will be back next Tuesday for another episode, which will probably be another 2 seasons just because we're still 30th overall and we do not have everything filled up yet. So we still need a second baseman. I think that's mostly it. I think we just need a second baseman. because we have our starting 5. We actually have relievers and stuff like that. So all we now need is a second baseman, and hopefully we can get that soonish rather than later. But anyways, I'm going to head on out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and great rest of your weekend. I'm out. Peace.